Hi friends, and welcome to my channel Life with Moxie. My name is Michelle. Today's video is all about fall florals, so grab your cup of coffee or your favorite beverage and join me. I found this wreath at the $1 plus spot at the Dollar Tree, and it was $5, and I really loved the colors. These florals are ones that I had on hand, and I realized I've never made a wreath with pansies before. So I just wanted to give this wreath a glow up. I thought it was really pretty to begin with, but I just wanted to give it a little extra something. What are your favorite fall flowers? I typically go with mums, although we recently redid our front flower beds, so I may add some pansies to them this year. But typically I do mums in all sorts of different colors. But comment down below and let me know what florals you like to decorate with in the fall, your porch or inside your house too. And here it is. What do you think? I cut down this paper roll to 1.5 inches, and all I'm going to do now is just sand down the edges just to make them a little cleaner. Now I do plan to cover this with tissue, but I want to make sure that I have at least a pretty clean edge to start with. These little wooden mushrooms are from the Dollar Tree, and I realize mushrooms are not necessarily florals, but they are part of the flora and fauna of fall, and I just think mushrooms are adorable, especially these ones. They're so cute and little. So we're just going to glue these onto each of these rolls, and now we're going to use tissue and Mod Podge to create the look of birch bark on the rolls themselves. And I'm just going to apply the Mod Podge all over the rolls and keep adding the tissue until it pleases my eye. You'll see that I apply an entire square here, and from here on out I try to not have straight edges on this. I want it to look a little more natural, so I'm going to go more towards the torn edges versus flat cut edges. I think it makes a much prettier texture in the end. Okay, we're done with the tissue, so we're going to let it dry. And as you can see, it's got some really great texture on here. So we're going to complete the rest of the rolls and then we'll let them dry, and then I will paint them white. I spray painted these with ivory bisque, and now we're going to add the dimensional colors. So we're going to be using Apple Barrel's Territorial Beige, Craft Smart's Gray, and Craft Smart's White. And these are going to help create the look of the birch and also give some color to our cute little mushroom. Here I'm just painting the inside of my roll. I couldn't really get a really good shot with my spray paint, so I'm just gonna give it a quick once over on the inside, and now I'm going to create those knots that birch trees are known for. They've got these really cool grayish knots that always show up on the trees, and then we're going to use my same brush and we're going to create those lines that birch bark is also known for. Now to paint our little mushrooms, I'm going to be using a loose brush, and I'm going to flick from the edge of the mushroom towards the inside. And that's going to create a really cool variegated color on this mushroom, but it's not going to be overly painted either. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a minute. Now to create a mottled look, I go over my paint strokes with a wet baby wipe, and that kind of blends it all together. Now we're going to focus on the base of our mushroom with the same technique. So what do you think? I think these napkin rings would be adorable for a Thanksgiving or a Friendsgiving. As I mentioned before, this video is a fall florals DIY, and it is part of the 5 under $5 DIY challenge, which is hosted by my friends Missy of the Crafty Cove DIY, Emily of Farm Charm Chic, and Linda of Faith Chick 777's DIY by Design. And this challenge is so much fun to do because it does indeed challenge me, because each DIY needs to be under $5. And these ladies are always so talented and super sweet, so please go check out their channels and the playlist, which I will have linked down below. This wax kit I already had on hand. I think I got it at Temu, and I had the idea of using wax sealers, which are gaining in popularity, as jewelry. So I am going to be using the jewel tones because it is fall, and I'm going to be using these pendant backers that I got from Amazon. I think it was 88 cents for a pack of 10, I think. Anyway, I'm just going to follow the instructions, just melt the wax like normal and then stamp it with my stamper. And it won't stick to the metal because wax does not stick to metal. We're going to use some glue to do that. But we're going to clean up the edges with my scissors, and then I'll use the wax melter to kind of heat those edges up and round them off a bit. So here are the two colors I chose. I've got one that has mushrooms and one that has flowers. Now these paints and paint pen are going to accentuate the detail of the stamp. So as you can see on this green one, I'm using a craft pen from Dollar Tree. It's the rose gold color. And then on the mushrooms, I'm going to show you how to use the paint. I personally liked the outcome of the marker better, but the paint added a really pretty texture to the wax as well. Now I'm going to use good old Eileen's tacky glue. You can of course use an E6000 or something like that. This is just what I had on hand and it has held up really well. I've been wearing / using these for about a week and they are doing great. Some pressure on top, we're going to let them dry, and here they are. I have one as a key ring and one as a pendant. What do you think? Do you think you'll give this a shot? I had this cutting board blank on hand. It was part of a box that I received from Woodpecker Crafts, and these are just little snowmen that I'm using as feet for this cutting board. These are from the Dollar Tree. And here they are. I just glued them on and flipped them over, and now they are feet. Now my graphic is going to be from the new Secret Garden 2023-2024 calendar from the Dollar Tree, and I thought this was so cute with the little picture and the happy sunflowers, so we're going to use that. And I'm going to cut it out and then fussy cut it. All cut, and now we're going to use some of the other graphics from this same page. I loved this stripe. I thought it was really pretty, and the bees are super cute, so we're going to use those as well. Now, if it would have fit, I would have just cut the whole thing out and put it on the cutting board because I even love the background. It wouldn't fit, so I'm going to create that look on my own by spray painting it white. Now I'm using a technique that I have not used before. I'm going to put Mod Podge on the back of my graphics, let it dry completely, and then use an iron to attach them to the cutting board. And I've seen it where people put Mod Podge all over their project and then add the graphics, but I wanted to try it this way and see if it would work, and it sure does. You'll see in just a few minutes. Revisiting that territorial beige, I'm going to very lightly with my chippy brush go over the sides and gently brush across to create that background that was on the calendar that I really love so much. And it just kind of breaks up the white and makes it look not quite so new. Now I'll go over it with my baby wipe just to soften up those lines a little bit more. And here we are, we're going to add those graphics and use the iron. This was a moment of truth. Again, I had never used it before, but my iron is on one of the coolest settings, and I'm just going to keep it moving across the entire graphic. And it's like magic. It's amazing. I'm totally going to do this from now on. Now I'm just going to sand off those loose edges. I'm going to use just a simple glue stick to get those bees on. Then I'm going to give a very gentle sanding to the cutting board to once again soften up any lines that I think might be too harsh. We're going to add a top coat and then it's going to be done. Coffee break time. The coffee I'm having today is called Highlander's Grog, and the first time I ever had it was when we lived in Illinois, and I highly recommend it. It's really good. This is some homemade creamer I made. I got the recipe from the craftologist on Instagram, and I will link her Instagram below. It's really yummy. And if you like this coffee cup, stay tuned and I'll show you how to make it. This graphic is a free file I found on Pinterest, and I will be sure to link that down below in the description box. And I decided to go with black vinyl. I felt like it looked better with the copper color. To get started, we're going to first clean off any oils or dust off of the tumbler, and I'm using alcohol wipes for that. And then I'm just going to use my burnisher and get that decal on the tumbler. It's easy as that. If you are enjoying these DIYs, I hope that you'll consider liking this video and also subscribing to my channel. I tend to put out DIYs that are easy on the budget and beautiful to the eye. For those of you that are returning, I'm so thankful that you're here. I love my Moxie family, and I hope that you are enjoying this video. Well, my friends, we have come to the end of the video, and I would love to know which of these DIYs was your favorite. It's really hard for me to pick because I like all of them. I think the napkin rings came out super cute, and I'm really happy with how the wax pendants came out as well. But I think my favorite is probably going to be the wreath, just because I've never used pansies in a wreath before. Well, I hope that you have a great day, and until I see you in the next video, take care.